Just a few days ago, a new Roblox One Piece game released, and people are already saying it's one of the worst One Piece games ever. And not only are people saying this, if you actually go to the Roblox game page, it has more dislikes than likes. And if we look at the player count has already dwindled from upwards of 10k to sometimes not even having 2k. So how in a few days time did this game go from people saying it's a must play to people saying they will never play it ever again? So today we're going to be discussing the truth about One Piece New Dreams and if it's really as bad as people are making it out to be. But real quick, if y'all genuinely enjoy my content, make sure to click the like and subscribe button since it actually helps the channel out a lot. But let's get straight into the video. First, I want to real quickly discuss the expectations people had for this game, because if y'all actually did any research on the game, the expectations people had were outrageous. I even included it in my own video on the game. The devs themselves even said, don't have your expectations that high. We're not trying to go past them. We're just trying to make something fun that you guys can play. But even with them saying that, I don't know if it was exactly YouTubers' faults or whose fault it was, but essentially a lot of people came in with Rail C's level expectations, and it was clearly not going to be that game. Not saying it's a bad game, but it was clearly not going to be that level of a game. But this is really where a lot of the hate for One Piece New Dreams started, because a lot of people came in expecting something glorious, magnificent, Rail C's level, and then they got in the game and your combat isn't even default in your inventory. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put it on screen. And it's just a minor inconvenience that doesn't really affect your gameplay too much, but issues like this became very major because not only did people not know they needed to go in their inventory to be able to literally play the game, they also expected something where this shouldn't even be a problem. Like, imagine if Rail C's came out tomorrow and that was an issue in Rail C's. You would be mad, right? And that's why people are disliking the game. And although the game has some really good concepts, and I will even say it's not even that bad of a game overall, people just joined up thinking it was gonna be way better than this. But even with all that being said, there was still a million different issues, and there's also some things that were good about the game which I want to talk about, which really nobody is covering. But arguably the biggest issue was the fact that this game is negative beginner friendly. Everybody spawns in at a different island with no information, and you just kind of have to figure it out. So either you have two choices: just run around for the rest of your life spending hours of your time trying to figure it out, or you go on YouTube and have to pull up 6 different links, 6 different Trellos to try to figure out what you're supposed to do. And I know what somebody is gonna say, you need the game to handhold you through everything. That is not what I'm saying in the slightest. That is not what I'm saying here. There's a big difference between the game needing to handhold me through everything and me just wanting basic information on what I'm supposed to do off spawn. And it's not even just that you don't know what you're doing off spawn. Early game in this game is trash. I'm sorry, the early game is really bad. And there's some pretty obvious reasons the early game feels so trash. One of the main things being PvP is what you do throughout this entire game, and it's what you're doing in early game as well to progress. But the main problem is you're so PvP focused, and the early game PvP is disgustingly bad. It's pretty much just M1ing and evading. So if what you need to do for practically the entirety of your early game experience is trash, why would I not just think the game is trash? And that's the mindset of a lot of people that played this game. And to me, the saddest part about all of this is a lot of these issues are really fixable. And if they did fix these issues, I'm not saying the game would be great or perfect or anything, but way more people would actually like the game and be playing it currently. But the root to a lot of the issues in this game stem back to arguably the dumbest system I've seen in my life, and that's the devil fruit system. And for those that haven't played the game, essentially there's only one of each fruit in the entirety of the game, and there's only 6 fruits. So out of the thousands of players, there's only gonna be 6 people that are able to get a fruit. That essentially makes the fruits unobtainable. But this impacts other parts of the game as well. For example, the progression. If fruits were an obtainable part of this game, the other parts of the game wouldn't have to take as long and be as boring and drawn out, because there would be a whole nother big thing for you to progress towards. So this would even make things like early game better, because they can make it take less time to get your fighting style and to upgrade your fighting style, making the game feel way more rewarding and adding a whole nother thing to grind for. And I do understand they want to keep devil fruits rare and they want to make it feel more like One Piece, but this doesn't feel like One Piece. In One Piece there's devil fruits. There is no devil fruits in this game. It's a One Piece game without devil fruits. But I do understand keeping devil fruits rare. Let's say they made it 1/10 of the player base was able to obtain a devil fruit. So if there's 1,000 players, 100 people could have a fruit. And if that was the case, there would be 16 of each fruit. It would still feel rare and exclusive to have, but it wouldn't be just not in the game like it is right now. Another thing they could do is buff smile fruits. I'm pretty sure there's smile fruits in the game where you get one move of one of the random fruits or something like that, but you lose the ability to swim, so they really just don't feel like they're worth taking. So what I would do is buff them so they're only slightly worse than normal devil fruits. So you could still have your exclusive CC devil fruits, but you can have the normal devil fruits that are actually still feel like devil fruits, not just one move and losing the ability to swim. Or at the very least give smile fruits 2 moves. Come on, 1 move is crazy. But overall, I've actually been having a pretty enjoyable time on the game. I played it for for like 10 hours on stream yesterday, and although I will say I was having fun, but the game just feels very unrewarding. And although the PvP system isn't terrible, it's not the best. For example, the dodge system is realistically just a worse parry system. But overall, I really do believe this game is savable. Now, will it be saved? Most likely not. But for me personally, if fruits were actually something that you could realistically obtain and grind for, and also the progression wasn't so long and drawn out, I would actually play this game. But let me know if you guys are giving One Piece New Dreams a chance or a second chance. I'm gonna be streaming the game on Twitch, link in the description. And also, if you support the channel, for me, you feel what I'm saying, like, subscribe if you actually enjoy my content, that is. I appreciate y'all, love y'all, later.
Life. There's Roblox.